Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick review and detailed job of a 2017 Ford GT, and this is in the Night Burners series, and it's plain silver with black stripes. So as I like to normally do is I'll crack it open here and we're going to take a look at it in its stock state. This one here, I think this is just my personal favorite out of all the color combinations I've seen so far. I thought this looked really classy in the silver with the black, and it's got the A-pillars are black. They're shifted a little bit on the one side. Now this does not have doesn't appear that you can see through the flying buttresses on the back there. Like some of them, I forget which one it was. I have the racing one here as well, and I don't think this one you can't see through it. This one does have the flying buttresses. You can see through the back there. But so from what I can tell from the two of them after examining them fairly closely is that they are different. They're different molds. They're not the same. I believe this mold I'm holding right here is the same casting as the Treasure Hunt, the Super Treasure Hunt. Now I haven't examined one of those up closely, and I refuse to pay the money for one of them at the moment. Maybe sometime. I have a plain dark blue one here somewhere. But anyway, we'll do a quick detailed job. The stripes are very straight on this. That looks good. This is the only one I found in the store so far. The tampos for the headlights look great. They're both very straight. I actually like the wheel choice for this. I think overall he did a really good job on this. So it's going to be a quick one here. I got off a bit there. This is actually kind of hard to do. It's in a nook down in there, so I'll have to fix that where I went out of bounds there. This one's a little harder than it looks because of being down inside of here in the back, and then you got a little bit of lens sticks out the side here. You want to make sure you get that, otherwise when you look at it from the side it's going to look kind of goofy. So let's see what's the other side look like. I'll fix the other side here too. So that looks good from the sides. You just want to make sure you get it all, but I'm out a little bit out of bounds there. I'll just take my X-Acto and pick that out there then. I don't think there's any other red on the car that I need to do. I don't think there's any kind of marker lamps or anything. Trying to look to see all these photos. I don't see any more red anywhere on the car. So we'll move on to the black. And I'm thinking about doing the Brembo brakes like I did for the Corvette Z06. I think that would look pretty cool. Maybe I could do those in silver. A lot of examples here on Google, if you type in I'm looking for 2017 Ford GT silver, a lot of them have the silver brakes on them. There's one concept drawing with red brakes that looks kind of cool. this is just my wash. This is a AK Interactive wash, which flows pretty nice for in the cracks and crevices. Now this is an enamel wash, but it's pretty easy to get off if you don't like it. It usually just rubs right off actually with like a Q-tip. You don't even really need to have any thinner. Now if it's something like this where it's the honeycomb pattern, you might have to do a little bit of extra scrubbing to get it off if you change your mind. But it does a fairly decent job. One thing I noticed with this car, I didn't notice before, is right in here, they didn't get the paint. You can see it's gray primer. It's not even, unless this is all plastic, but I'm pretty sure it's metal. There's not even any silver flake there, which is kind of, because this is I know I said plain silver earlier, but there is a metallic sheen to this paint. So that's kind of disappointing there, but to give the illusion that this goes through there is why I'm putting the black wash down inside to these shapes. So it looks, because on the real car this would be all open. It would just pass through, the air would actually pass through. We want to do the exhaust ports right there, and we could do these. This should all be black. I'm not worried about the dark gray, is fine, but I want to do this honeycomb pattern here and here. Like I said, if you get out of bounds a little bit, don't worry about it, because you can just kind of rub it off with your fingertip or a Q-tip. Put a little bit more black down in there. What I'll probably do is end up letting this dry, and then I'll hit this space maybe one more time with some more wash so it looks pure black in there. Okay, one last thing. After examining photos closer on Google Images, this is probably getting a little anal, but this panel in here, you probably can't really see it, on the right side is actually should be pure black. So I'm going to try here, let me put my glasses on, I'm going to try to get that painted in there, and it should be one vein that sticks down in the middle. So for this, I'm just using pure black Testors paint, enamel. And off camera here, I didn't realize I didn't have the camera running. I did a wash in the front screen on those honeycombs, and did a little bit of a wash around the taillights, and that made it look really a lot more realistic. And then I layered up. I did hit this section 2 more times here and here with a wash to give it some depth. And I also hit in right in here on the side on the door sills. So like I said, you can usually get in like there. It just comes right off. You can just hit it if you don't like If you don't like, you can kind of, if any gets on the silver that you don't want it to get on, you just hit it with the Q-tip. So as soon as this dries in there, then I can probably go back in with some silver and hit that on the, there's two little bars that are running down the sides. The front calipers are huge compared to the backs. So the backs I don't really need to go too far with the distance there. So that'll represent the calipers there. Now there I just got, there's a little on the spoke there. In that case, what I do is just usually just hit it with a little bit of thinner. Now obviously when you go to photograph the car, you have to line up the brakes like that to photograph it, or like I did with the Z06, I just super glued the axles because I didn't need it to be moving. The cars are static, essentially, most of all the what I have, so it doesn't really, they don't have to be going anywhere. So essentially I'm going a span of one between two spokes and then half of another spoke for that. And I did get a little on the spokes there. I'll have to clean that up. And then the back caliper, I was just doing one length distance between the two spokes. There, I just cut it on another spoke. It's really hard to get in there and not get it on. That looks pretty cool. So let me get some pictures of this. Actually, it would go like that. The back caliper would be pointed, is on the front, and then the front caliper is like that, in that position. So let me let everything dry and take some pictures of the car here for Instagram, and I'll get, oh, that's not good. I just spilled my paint. Oh boy. All right, well, thankfully it didn't get on the car. So anyway, so let me clean this mess up, and then see if I can salvage some of this with a syringe here, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, I'm wrapping this up now. I think it turned out pretty cool. This is something that could probably be done in 10 or 15 minutes. And so we'll go ahead and spin it around here and take a look at it. Now I ended up using my gray Gundam marker, and I did go over the seams for the door and around the back there at the spoiler, because it was missing some body lines right here and here, so I just drew those gaps in with the marker. I think it turned out pretty cool. Some brake detail there. And I did go in here with the silver and do those two veins that are on the sides. I don't know if you can see it right there. You can kind of see them. So that makes a pretty big difference in when you look in those huge openings. Now, like I said, I didn't super glue the wheels down, so if you want you would have to super glue them like that, and this one in this position for the brake detail. But I think the back end turned out pretty cool. The tail lights look fairly real with the black wash around them. So I think just for like I said, for under 15 minutes of work, you would really transform one of these. So there you go. If you guys like them, I'm gonna take some pictures of them and put on my Instagram account. So until next time, we'll see you guys later. All right, bye now.